And welcome back, everyone, for Week 10 of the 2014 NFL season. I'd like to start off by congratulating Brock Hughes of British Columbia and Johnny C. of Minnesota. Well done, guys. You're the winners of the Geo Knows T-shirt contest giveaway. For your chance to win some Let's Take the Man's Money gear, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Here are this week's picks. I went 7-1 with my picks last week, and not only that, Week 10 is usually my best week of the year, so let's do it again. Our first game we're going to look at has the Kansas City Chiefs going to Buffalo, where the Bills are 2-point dogs at home. Very few teams are playing as well as Kansas City right now. They're having a very good offense with a balanced run attack, pass attack. Their quarterback is playing very good, and the defense has been lights out. This is a small price to pay, so let's lay the points and take Kansas City -2. The second game we're going to look at has San Francisco going to New Orleans, where the Saints are 6-point favorites at home. San Francisco is coming off that demoralizing loss last week at home. Now they have to travel 3 time zones to play in a dome against a team that almost always wins at home. So we'll take New Orleans -6. The third game we're going to look at has St. Louis going to Arizona. St. Louis was the team that beat San Francisco last week. Well, they're in Arizona now. The Cardinals are 7-point favorites here. I think you might see a little bit of a letdown from St. Louis against a Cardinals team that is playing exceptionally well here. So let's lay the points and take Arizona -7. And the fourth game we're going to look at has Denver going to Oakland, where the Raiders are 11.5-point dogs at home. Talk about a letdown. That's what might happen in Denver here. After losing to New England last week, now they have to lick their wounds and go into Oakland and probably just want to win and get on to their next game. This will be the middle of 3 straight roadies here. Oakland, to their credit, have been keeping it close recently. It's a lot of points in a division game where the road team is the favorite. So let's take the points and take Oakland plus 11.5.
Make sure you check out the Wise Guys TV channel. Bada boom, bada bing, forget about it.
Here are my over-under plays. We're going to start off with a Thursday nighter as Cleveland goes to Cincinnati. That number is 44.5. Usually the Thursday night games go over. Last week it did not. It went under, but I called that in my video. I think we'll go back to an over here. Usually the games involving these two teams are high scoring, especially the ones in Cincinnati. So let's take over 44.5. The second game we're going to look at is a game we talked about earlier. Kansas City's at Buffalo. That number's 42. It's pretty low, but you've got the second and sixth best defenses here. I think this will be a very low-scoring game. So let's take under 42. The third game we're going to look at is Atlanta at Tampa Bay. That number's 45.5. Remember, this is a rematch of that Thursday game, Week 3 Thursday game where Atlanta just routed Tampa Bay. I think the Bucs are looking for some payback here, and not only that, Mike Glennon has been benched for Josh McCown, the quarterback who started that game, was benched because of his poor play. I think he wants some payback as well. So let's take over the 45.5. And the fourth game we're going to look at is another game we mentioned earlier, Denver at Oakland. That number's 49. I think Denver is just going to try to get in there and get out as fast as they can. You know, they're not scoring as many points as they did last year, and Oakland has been playing pretty good defense recently, so let's take under the 49. Here's my Let's Take the Man's Money parlay play. It came so close last week. My stupid Vikings scored too many points, though. We're going to take 5 games, 2 against the spread, 2 over-unders, and 1 money line play. We'll take Kansas City -2, New Orleans -5. We'll take Cleveland, Cincinnati over 44.5, and we'll take Atlanta, Tampa Bay over 45.5, and we'll take Tampa Bay on the money line. A $25 bet will get you $641.75. Good luck.
Here are my straight-up picks for this week. I went 12-1 last week. In the Thursday night game, I like the Cincinnati Bengals to beat state rival Cleveland. On Sunday in London, Dallas should have a healthy Tony Romo and should beat Jacksonville. I like Detroit coming off the bye to beat the surging Miami Dolphins. I'll take Kansas City on the road over Buffalo. New Orleans never loses at home and will beat the San Francisco 49ers. Baltimore will beat Tennessee at home. In a game with two teams going in the opposite direction, I'll take Pittsburgh over the New York Jets in New York. I like Tampa Bay to get some revenge from that Thursday game beating they gave to Atlanta in Week 3. In the ultimate letdown game, Denver better be careful against Oakland, but they will keep the Raiders winless. Go with Denver. I don't think St. Louis can knock off consecutive division rivals on the road, so give me Arizona. The Seahawks are at home where they are so much better, so I'm going with Seattle over the G-Men. On Sunday night, the Packers will dominate Chicago in Lambeau Field. And on Monday Night Football, I like the Carolina Panthers to upset Mark Sanchez and the Philadelphia Eagles. Good luck.
And those are my picks for this week. Good luck to you. Don't forget to check out my website, geoknows.com. You can download a couple of my apps. I have another website, who'shurt.com, where I get all of my injuries. And you can see some of the tools that I use to place my bets. And don't forget to join us on our Facebook page, NFL YouTube Prognosticators. Okay, for the Geo Knows YouTube channel, I am Geo. Let's take the man's money.